I was watching the Inside Out movies and all the intrusive thoughts kept hitting me. First of all, they should expand on the Inside Out universe and do a spin-off film about a kid from South Side Chicago who gets to watch his homies get gunned down in front of him, has no options to sell drugs at the age of 13 because his father walked out on him and his mom's an abusive junkie. Like, I would like to visit the emotions of that type of head. And while we're in the topic, I often question, in the first movie, we see the emotions spawn in. But does it always start off with joy? Does it mix up? Like, I want to know more about these emotions. Like, okay, we see them when they're born, but we don't see them when they die. Like, how do they die? Do they just fade away? Like, kind of like how we saw in that Avengers movie where Thanos just snapped everybody away. We've seen the emotions fight amongst each other, but we've never seen them really get physical. Is it possible for one emotion to lose their mind and stab the other emotion, accidentally killing him? Is that a possibility? What if somebody was born with a disorder? Like, let's say they only feel certain emotions, with the other emotions be like on a wheelchair, on life support. If an emotion dies, can it respawn? What do the emotions look like when they're in the minds of a psychopath? Like, what does Mike Myers' head looks like? Is it possible to be born without emotions? What if one emotion takes over one person's mind? Like, let's just say the angry emotion is always in full control, always super aggressive and abusive to every other emotion, bullies them, locks them in a basement somewhere so he can have full control and overreacts to everything. Is it really the person's fault for beating his wife, or is it the emotion in his head? Now I'm starting to question when people say they have voices in their head. That's what I think of now. If there's really a control panel in my mind, is it really my fault that anything even happens anymore? So if I mess up, I could just say, hey, the emotions in my head made poor choices. It wasn't me. You know what? As a matter of fact, if I'm in a street fight and let's say I'm getting my ass kicked, right? Someone throws a mean good blow to my head, right? My head's moving like jelly or something like that. Do the emotions start moving along with it? Wait a minute, if I get brain damage, does the control panel break and the emotions start getting all messed up? Is that possible too? And you know what? I wonder, can emotions feel emotions? I mean, we've seen them react to things. They got to have emotions within emotions. But then again, would those emotions have emotional control panels in their head as well? If they're dreaming, what do they dream of? Do they dream of the emotion that they are? Is it possible for them to be sad if they're happy or whatnot? Can joy be a sad emotion out of nowhere? Like, what? How does this work? These are just the things I was thinking about when I was watching this beautiful, wholesome movie that you can watch with your family. I'm sorry, y'all, but I disgraced you and the viewers at home, but I had to say it. Good night, America, and God bless you all.